G'day Parramatta fans, welcome to a happy Parramatta review after you've broken that losing streak with a pretty ugly but nonetheless satisfying win over the Cowboys. Peter Sterling, 32-16.
Nothing ugly about picking up a win and 2 competition points, Matt, after the month that we have had. Absolutely delighted with that. Look, yeah, it was a performance that was mistake-riddled, unfortunately, and certainly some areas that need to be improved on. But the most important thing was to get a win and get some confidence out of it. And scoring 32 points is a good effort, especially when we haven't attacked that well of late. So more positives than negatives coming out of this game as far as I'm concerned, and it does give us something to build on going into next week.
Yes, Micah Sevo is the big storyline out of the game, unfortunately. We're hearing it's an MCL in the knee, which I'd imagine might put the rest of the season in doubt for him.
Yeah, the way that he left the field, it certainly looked as though he was in plenty of distress, and it might have been a longer-term injury. The good news to counterbalance that is the fact that Blake Ferguson, we know, is right to go next week. And I've got to say, I thought Penasini and Dunster were great together, again, on the other side. So how Brad will approach that in regards to who plays next to each other remains to be seen. But with no Sevo, Ferguson comes in, a representative winger, and plenty of experience there as well. Yeah,
Pete, it's confusing to watch the attack because the spine has been playing together, with the exception, of course, of Reid Marnie, but the 6 and the 7 and the fullback have been together all year, yet there's a real clunkiness about Parramatta's attack at the moment. Is that a confidence factor?
To a degree, I would imagine so, but I really liked what I saw. I thought we saw Mitch and Dylan pass the ball to each other much more on the same side of the field. Been calling for that for a long, long time. And I thought that was a great sign. They'll be better at it next week. In fact, I think our attack will be better as a whole next week because of what we saw tried this week. I thought that both Dylan and Mitch, you could see consciously tried to put themselves more in the game, had more touches in the attacking end of the field. They wanted the football more. So, I thought that was a real positive. Clunkiness is probably a good word, but clunkiness doesn't account for just simple drop balls from passes from dummy half. There's too much of that. A couple of forced offloads there, trying to pass to a man who wasn't in a better position than the man who had the football anyway. Just need to cut those kind of things out, and I think you'll see much more rhythm in the game once they are gone.
Yeah, and a couple of easy ones just to brush home into the finals.
Well, it is what it is.
Penrith?
Mate, it is what it is. Well placed now, and that win has put a little bit more pressure on both the Roosters and Manly. And what better way to announce yourself back into form than beating the best?
Yep.
And that's the opportunity that we have. We'll discuss it later in the week as to how we approach that. But I'm excited about it, and I hope the players are as well, because these are the games that you really want to be playing at the end of the season, taking on the best to assess where you are. And we can change a lot of minds this weekend with a good performance. What do you?
You're back.
You get on.
You're up and about.
You come with me, mate. You've got a right smile there, but it's one of support, I hope. Yeah.
All right, back in the winner's circle. That's a good place to be, 32-16.